A bright blue light pulsed off the circular pendant on the counter in a slow, rhythmic pattern. Deandra cocked her head as she watched it. It wasn't doing anything else. No humming, buzzing, or shooting flesh-melting laser beams, so her initial alarm over the strange object had lessened considerably over the last 5 minutes. Lips pursed, she picked up the accompanying card to reread the note.
Hey, Dee. Our gossipy mothers got to talking, and I may have overheard that your life is in upheaval. I figure it's not as bad as all that, but Grandma and Grandpa, heavily, suggested I send you a travel talisman anyway. Visiting a magical town is a terrifying idea, I know, but Axia is a great place to start. It's basically a retirement community for people like them. I'm going to keep bugging you to come see this place until you cave. And now, thanks to the aforementioned gossipy mothers, I have new information to use against you. Being newly-ish single is as good an excuse as any. Get your butt over here already. I bet you won't be able to leave once you see it. If you decide to come, let me know and we'll inform the Welcome Center. Wendy.
Deandra sighed, placing the card back on the counter. The travel talisman still pulsed blue. She knew Axia wasn't some creepy cult commune straight out of a dystopian sci-fi movie, but it sure sounded like it. The capital letters of Welcome Center screamed, "Once you're here, you'll be microchipped and stripped of your ability to make your own decisions." But as impulsive as her cousin Wendy could be, Deandra knew exactly what Axia truly was. A hidden magical hub in a rural part of Northern California. Deandra and Wendy were both fully human, much to Wendy's chagrin, but their grandparents were magic-touched. They were wind elementals who had retired to Axia several years ago. As elementals aged, so did their magic. An errant sneeze could cause a miniature gale-force gust. In Axia, they could live out their golden years in a community where life was slower, and magical mishaps were treated as a natural part of aging. Deandra cautiously touched a finger to the circular disc on the counter. The center was hollow, making the talisman resemble a flat metallic donut. The metal was a soft gray and cool to the touch. No magical zaps singed her fingertip. While the disc was thin, when Deandra picked it up, the attached chain sliding along the counter, there was a definite heft to the metal. The blinking blue light had been emanating from the center of the disc, but now that the talisman was in Deandra's hand, the light went from flashing to swirling. Her eyes widened as a whirling vortex whipped into a frenzy. She gasped, dropping the disc with a clatter. What if the magic sucked her in like a portal? Yet, when the talisman hit the counter, the vortex immediately returned to a calm, pulsing blue light. Shuddering, Deandra scooped up the disc long enough to shove it and the note from Wendy back into the small cardboard box they'd come in. Tucking the box under her arm, she hustled across her small dining/living room to her desk wedged into a corner. In a drawer, she found tape to seal the offending box back up. She might have used the entire roll. Simply writing "Return to Sender" on the box and shipping it off to from whence it came wouldn't work, since the mail system in Axia was some complicated closed system. Stuff could get out just fine, but getting it in required several hoops to jump through. For now, Deandra would keep it stowed in the very back of her closet until she could figure out what to do with it. Once the talisman was securely tucked away and the closet door was shut tight, she glanced at the clock on her bedside table and cursed. She had only 10 minutes to get dressed for work if she had any hope of getting there on time. She was out the door in 8. After 4 grueling hours, Deandra flung herself into the back seat of her car. She slammed the door shut and flopped onto her back, an arm thrown over her eyes. She worked an absurd number of hours each week as a barista in a wildly popular coffee shop in downtown Los Angeles. Since living in Los Angeles was ludicrously expensive, she also worked as a rideshare driver when she needed to help make ends meet, which was often. Deandra was reliable, had the mental fortitude to deal with the clientele, and had no life whatsoever, so her boss gave her all the hours she wanted. The turnover rate with students was astronomical.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.